frisbee or fucking go rock climbing.
another fun event.
Yeah, you know.
Long jumping?
No, rock climbing. Like I'd throw them on. I'd get a little like a harness,
like one of those things you put
like
a baby in?
Yeah, backpack harness.
Yeah,
it'd be a team effort. He could hook the carabiner.
Oh yeah,
like it's all. I'm just and the possibilities are endless, right?
All right, I just went to start streaming. We're streaming, but there's no viewers, so there's no pressure, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if you want to take your dick out, just put it on the internet.
Yeah.
No one's gonna see it.
Just set it on the table.
Hey, you ever heard of those sushi restaurants that they have where you can get like sushi, but it comes out on a woman?
Oh yeah.
Like, I've seen clips of that online. Yeah.
Yeah, like how they roll out a woman and she's covered in sushi and you just
like it's a charcuterie board, a human charcuterie board.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Some kind of eyes wide shut party.
Do they use their belly button for like dips or something?
I would.
What's the dip
soy
called?
sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, soy sauce. That's all it's called.
Or soy sauce or what's that green shit? Wasabi?
Yeah, wasabi.
Bobby wasabi.
Yeah, wasabi.
I put the wasabi in her nipples.
Ooh.
One wasabi nipple, one ginger nipple, and then soy sauce in the belly button. That's what I would do.
The what I've seen before is like they're just laying there like they're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like they're like in a coffin.
That's where it becomes creepy, eh?
Yes, that's like that's they take the human element out of it. It's a human being that they've taken their.
Would you tickle her?
I would try.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it until you just said it. I'll be honest, but that would be I would want to try it.
Yeah.
I think they should make a rule you can tickle her, but just with the chopsticks. You got to use chopsticks to tickle her.
Yeah.
You can't use your fingers. It's cheating.
Gross.
Yeah, or a fork.
And I'd try and nonchalantly tickle the person just to
see if they spill.
Yeah.
The
Well,
sushi.
and they're just going to try and fight it, right?
Yeah.
What?
They're going to try and fight not to laugh.
Right.
What would you do if she farted?
What?
I'd laugh. And then I would proceed to return the charcuterie board.
But the charcuterie board's on her front and she's farting out the backside. It's like an exhaust on like
you ever fart in bed? It's coming up, man.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like a Dutch oven.
Yeah, but there's no. Yeah, you may be right.
Here's a question:
she's covered in raw fish.
Can we all admit here
worst of it, the smell is going to be?
Can we all admit here? Speaking of Dutch ovens, we've all done a Dutch oven to our wives, have we not? I have.
My favorite Dutch oven story. I don't know if I've done it to my wife, to be quite honest with you.
As a joke, I'm saying, not as a fucking cruel thing, but
no. But I will tell you the truth. I'll tell you the God.
You looked at me there like I had just.
Well, I wasn't sure if I should tell this truth because I know my wife listens to this show, and I'm going to tell her an honest to God fact here, and she's going to find out about it. And I don't know if she knows this yet.
Oh, one of those where you were like, "Ooh, did I get away with it?"
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I really don't know.
See, my wife is always telling. She's like, "Oh, you fucking farted." I'm like, "No, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't."
This is a. It's a long story. I'll give you the whole fart story for me. One, I don't snore. I never have snored.
Me neither.
Except if I have a real boozed up night, I would sometimes snore.
Or probably if you're exhausted, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't usually snore. I'm not a snorer. But I do fart in my sleep. I snore in my ass. You know, like
really?
I fart in my sleep like nobody's business. You know,
better out than in, they always say.
And when I was first year university, the guy that was my roommate, this poor bastard, he just could not stand it. There was just too much. Hey, I'm gonna actually stop the fart story.
Yeah,
Beaver made a request. He said the Dutch Hall's not the same. There's something. This is just garbage. This is the. I think he said this is like whatever you're trying to do with this program, Pete. This is not. There's something missing, and I can tell you very plainly what it is. Where is the Dutch Hall treats? He says so sweetly. Too,
well, I hold you to everybody holds you to a high standard here, and you guys set the bar so high, and then I was like,
you take it away.
What
you've done
is just lowered the bar.
Yeah. There's a number of things.
Did you think you weren't good enough, Beef? Is that what was going on?
No. I didn't think that.
Still
I just
confident.
think that
Well, what Beaver said was,
like Jane's like we're a busy woman here. Like it's not
Right.
fucking easy to worry about me all the time, right?
that is true.
Yeah.
But also, she, Pete, totally lost it. Damn it! I don't even know what we're talking about.
I can smell the fucking crackers from here.
Oh yeah, you
You
want to
have
put those a little closer?
Have one.
Oh, it's so nice.
You gotta have one.
I know I'm going to.
You got.
I was just trying to do it. I wanted to do it nonchalantly.
I don't know if
Fuck
people. We have talked about these on the show before about what it is, the Dutch Hall tray, but it's pretty infamous. The people who come and do the show on the regular, they come to look forward to it. Beaver and a lot of the. Oh, no yum pickles. Did you put some of those pickled radish things that were on the counter? Oh, those are good.
Crunch it. Gotta crunch it.
There's no yum pickles though. This is going to be a disappointment from the regulars
I see a big olive.
because a sweet pickle. It doesn't have to be yum though. But to be honest, this is the
For three people, it's fully stocked. I'm excited.
yeah. No, this is bastardized over the years, but what the that is true. We're getting a lot more fills now, eh?
Yeah.
I think this is the way of the future. Eh? We're not going to bring it out when there's a bunch of scrubs on the show.
No.
Yeah.
I'll gladly skip a week if scrubs.
She's saying you can't have a lot of people touching food because they could have COVID all over their grubby little paws, right? And that's true, Jane.
I can easily monitor this situation if you need to.
Yeah.
Easily.
Keep
But-
it the train.
Yeah.
That's why when we get guests come from far away, we are going to keep them like in a like. What I do is I always do this. They come from out of town. When they come in the driveway, I will spray them down with my hose. You know,
Yeah.
I say, "Where are you from, Hamilton?" I spray. Like last week, Val Cole was down. You know, she comes in. We give her a spray down with the hose in the driveway, a good delousing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we come in, we make her spend some time shivering in the yard until she dries out. And then you come in, you do a nice podcast. That's what we do here
Yeah.
when we have out-of-town guests.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we try and make them feel comfortable.
Do you not notice, though, all out-of-town guests, they come with a nice Tim Hortons all the time? It may not be coffee, but they always come with Tim Hortons cup.
Yeah, one time they found out that there was Tim Hortons in Delhi, and I tell you, they like to stop there, don't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
I don't know. That place is an addiction. Tim
Heavy.
Hortons.
I don't know what they do, man. Those geniuses put something in that coffee.
They enlisted one of my daughters to shill their wares,
Hand out a nice breakfast
and one of
sandwich.
your son.
Yeah.
No.
Well, he hasn't done it yet, but he has the job allegedly.
Is he,
They now
is he
enlisted
psyched?
him.
Is
What?
he excited?
Oh, he's gonna make hundreds.
Oh, dude. Honestly, if kids are good with their money,
Yeah.
and they get a regular job now,
Yeah.
it's so fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of funny to see what they do with it, because, but like they do get this sense of like independence pretty quick.
Yeah, he's a frugal little Dutchman too.
And if then it's gonna be like my one daughter. She's just like Scrooge McDuck, man. She's got like. We go to her like she's the bank sometimes. We got to get changed for 20 or whatever. We got to go to the Godfather. It's our kid. She's like, she's rich.
2 points. Here's. I need $10 just for the tip.
Yeah. What's in
Yeah,
it for
2
me?
points.
You know, what's my taste?
Yeah. Have you had any fingers broken or anything?
Yeah, sometimes you can't teach that in a person, I don't think, eh?
That is an awesome quality, though, that you say that. Like, how many people have kids and they're like, "Fuck, my kid doesn't even know how to hold on to change." Like,
Oh, yeah.
Or count it?
Most kids, you know. Most kids are probably like that, eh? Like,
right? They're what video game can I buy with it, and fucking what Fortnite friggin' credits can I get online with it?
oh, credits, man. I don't understand that. That's some sort of like algorithm they trick to make your kids whine until they get money from you.
Yeah,
Genius.
Is that what it is?
it is genius on this. Huge,
Gave you the game for free.
huge marketing deal.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you get the game for free, but the tools for the game you got to pay for.
They give you the good heroin.
yeah.
Yeah,
And they sell you the bad heroin.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is a racket, eh? And we have to start the show, right? The show's on. We have
Let's do it, buddy. I think we need to hear something.
Oh, Christ, it is. It's a theme song, right?
Yeah, let's do it, buddy.
Still know that one?
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I shoved an olive in my mouth 1 second ago right before we started this show. Welcome to the Dutch Hall, everybody. I'm Pete Van Dyke. We got a great show for you here tonight. The All-Star cast of Season 8 is here. Beaver, you gave me that olive right at the beginning. People, I'm going to eat this goddamn olive. I'm sorry to
Tickling the old throat.
all the Vandervoorts. They hate hearing me eat on the air, but welcome, everyone, to Live from the Dutch Hall. We're back in the pool shed. We got a great night here. We have the All-Star cast of Season 8. Let's go to my right this time. Let's hear it for Derek, the Beaver Van Houten. He's back again.
Yeah.
And running the board and the robot, there is, once again, Kevin Van Dungeon. Oh, not much for him, eh?
I gave him a little extra.
There, see that? A little tag from Beav.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, man.
And the man who remained silent on last week's program. I don't even know if I introduced him properly, but you know what? We'll make it up to you this week. He's back. He's sitting beside Beaver. He's getting to know him. Ladies and gentlemen, Robot Charters is here.
Thanks a lot, Pete. That's a nice round of applause.
Yeah, it was nice, wasn't it? You know, and I'm your host and two-time President's Club Award winner, Pete Van Dyke, everyone.
There he is.
Yeah. So what I like about this show, I'm going to pass it over to Beaver now.
Yeah.
Because Beaver came in with a lot of prep this time. I'm so impressed.
On fire.
He's been talking to his wife. He's got, Beaver, you tell me what's going on in the world.
Yeah, I got, always just shuffling through the old celebrity notes around the world and what people like to stare at and listen to and who's important, and even though it doesn't really matter.
Do you really care?
I don't care.
But your wife does,
I'm
right?
curious.
Her wife's entertained by it.
She's very entertained by it.
So you always have to know, like, by osmosis about it. Right?
Well, see, she won't watch anything on television that I'd like to watch. She'll only watch, like, it's got to be. I do love her shows. I'm not gonna lie. She loves like cooking shows and stuff, and so like which is awesome. And then she loves celebrity shows.
Yeah.
And there ain't no watching TV with her unless you watch those.
Yeah.
So it kind of hits me in the face all the time, and so this one wasn't even actually one that I was watching with her. I just happened to come across it. Good old Britney Spears.
Yeah. I saw people on the news this morning.
Yeah,
they were protesting.
They're protesting some of the world. Some of North America is rooting for Britney Spears to get her own voice back again, as in like get her own opinion back. Because currently, right now, the courts of America have deemed her
cuckoo bananas.
Cuckoo, and this was years ago, and then since then. They call it conservatorship or something. Conservatorship.
Yeah. They let her dad take care of her or something like that?
So, like, she's got to ask daddy if she's allowed to do anything. And because she could potentially, they think she's a nut job at the time. Right. So they slammed in a fucking IUD in her because, you know, she's not of sound mind to decide if she's should be having a child or not.
Ooh, that's a weird one, eh?
That's really weird.
I don't know. That seems like
that's like forced birth control.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
No, you'd think not.
Remember they would talk about like fixing mentally handicapped people or mentally challenged people? They would talk about like
like
sterilizing them?
Well, like so you're talking like autistic people that or
they would talk like people that had problems. You don't want them having any children because there'd be more chance of more problems or something. I don't know, or they wouldn't be able to take care of them properly. But they deem that to be wrong because you can't go around saying who can have kids and who can't.
Right.
Because if you could, I mean, I would really like to have a job like that, you know.
Yeah.
To be able to sort those people, the sorts of people.
Because you'd have you'd be King Tut. Like, fuck, you're allowed to do whatever, you're allowed to say what everybody can do. Like, fuck.
If I could say, no, like I just worked at the agency you had to go to get the approval to have a kid.
So kind of like MIB, Men in Black.
I guess so, like Men in Black, but for babies, you got to go.
Yeah, no aliens. Yeah.
So then you come to see me, and you're like, "Yeah, I want to have a baby," and then I'd be like, "Okay, like." Tell
me a little.
So it's like a license thing.
Yeah.
Which I don't partially.
But it's not like you got to pass. The test you have to pass is you have to prove to me you're not a fucking idiot.
Man, I'll be honest with you. There are some people in this world. Then you're laughing, Kev, because you agree. There is some people that need this fucking need a license to have a kid. I think.
Yeah, like they shouldn't be having one.
Degenerates, fuck, man. And I'm not worried about what I'm saying right now because they ain't listening because they don't have a fucking computer, probably. Okay.
But
all right, when you're sitting on the front porch or front lawn on a picnic table while your fucking 10 kids are running around the picnic table while you're collecting off of fucking the system. You've made some poor life.
The life.
You've got the life, and you've made some poor life decisions, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that...
Sorry for coming down so hard on that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. There's certain people, it's like one of those things like I've seen it. I've seen it with my own two eyes, you know, like people who they're brought up a certain way or they have a certain viewpoint of the world. And there's certain people that'll be like, this is the way it's always been for us and will always be this way.
Can't break that chain or break that cycle.
And then, just get used to it. This is how it is for all of us. We just are always this way.
It's like lice. It goes through the whole family.
Yeah. And then, and then there's also like, then there's other people who have the exact same circumstance, but they'll have the attitude of like I'm gonna like
break free,
do something different, you know. And I don't know what it is that keeps people believing that they're just destined to just be the same. Because I never had that. I don't know. I got to credit my parents probably.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to be useless or not good at life.
Or accept that you couldn't do better.
Yeah.
You know, like we could always improve our situation. Like you'd always be like told, like, oh, Grandpa like left his country and came over here with nothing just to improve his life. You know, you can do the same with yours. Right. You know, like
if they move countries, you can do it here, staying here.
Yeah.
So if you had that gig where you were like the decider of who has children, can you imagine the bribes?
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine the shitty genetics you'd get rid of? You would get rid of a lot of shitty scenarios.
But I wonder, like,
what kind of genetics would you want to get rid of?
I'd want to get rid of the useless fucks.
Oh,
it's pretty quick. Now,
like ones that
like nothing to do with race. In my opinion, it's nothing to do with race. Nothing to do with it's all equality. It's about
a type of person.
Yeah, and it's not about stature either. Like some people are just. They come from less, and you know I'm appreciative of everything I have in life. Does that give me the right more than someone else? No, but certain people should not have fucking kids.
Yeah, I think the people
that are given things in life, like have high.
Oh yeah.
You know, have everything given to them in life. There's many of those people too. They shouldn't be reproducing.
Oh, there's a lot of distant parents who have their kids and then they just hire people to do everything for them and then they don't
It's a simple written test. That's all you fucking need to do.
I think there's a lot more in the States that they wouldn't even consider like having a kid without like having a full-time live-in
nanny
or something like that. Even one kid,
too busy.
I honestly think you like if you want to have kids, you need to be fucking employed. You shouldn't be living off the system.
Yeah, but if
already,
but where it becomes like if you're employed so that you can pay someone else to watch your kids, that's where.
Your scenario, yeah.
You know, like that's where I don't know. I don't know. To me, it's always it's always been trying to find that sweet spot, that balance between the two. You know,
Can you imagine though, like if Elon Musk's, I'm using him as an example, if his parents were degenerates, and then we said no, you can have kids, and then you don't get that guy, or I don't know, Beethoven.
No, but because what we're trying to say, Kev, is because of his parents are who they are.
No, it's
passive flying colors.
I know. I think what Kev's saying is that like. Let's take someone like Rodney Dangerfield, right? Like his parents were terrible parents, right? But like Rodney Dangerfield, you wouldn't want to not have Rodney Dangerfield. Like
that's true. That's true. It definitely contradicts half of what I'm trying to get across.
Sometimes I think the terrible parents maybe make. Maybe it's like all like resulting in something down the road, you know, like you're just like a cog in the machine.
You know what I'd like to add into this. You know how like I watch motocross, kind of like and in motocross there's the heat races, and then there's a last chance qualifier. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Kev. So you throw all the fucking nose into a fucking batch,
right? And
then you take a percentage of the nose.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying.
I like that. I like that idea. That's a great compliment.
And I just came up with that off the cuff.
Yeah, it's great.
And I'm really glad I did because I personally think I deserve to lose that argument before I said that because, there's many great people in the world that
have terrible parents.
That, yes. Or we would have lost, or just think of 90% of the artists out there.
Also,
MMA fighters, too, I would assume.
Right.
Yeah. Also, like myself, I would not probably have a kid. Allow myself to have a kid.
Why?
I don't like I wouldn't. Well,
no, you got to look at
if I'm looking at me.
You can't just look at you. You got to look at you and your wife and your family and your.
No, you're right. I should have as many kids as I should have a zillion of them. Yes, you're right. I should have kids. Also, because because I want them. You know, because I think that's a big part of it.
That's a big part of it, too. Yeah. There's no prerogative to you having a kid.
No, I just would think it would be great to have another kid.
Right. Whereas I think certain people in society have kids
reluctantly or for a different reason. They want it for status or because everyone else is doing it or because they're...
Or they want a kid for financial gain.
Right.
Because in Canada, there's a lot of financial gain to have a child.
I guess so. Or you need another person on the planter. Right?
Yeah.
That was a big kid thing back in the day, probably, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like you look at old farmhouses, like 19 bedrooms. Because you needed 19 farm hands.
The rooms were like 8 by 5, like enough to fit a mattress.
Yeah.
Or they would have one giant bedroom with like 6 kids in it, or
and just
8
keep
kids
them,
in it.
Yeah, just all the whole floor's mattress.
Might
bunk
be
beds.
better actually because you could wake them all up at the same time. Walk in the room, get up.
Yeah, I think that's how my dad's family grew up. There was 8 kids, and I think the 2 boys had these little bedrooms, and the big room was the 6 girls.
That's a lot of female in one room. Yeah. Holy.
That's crazy, yeah.
That would have been a lot of fights.
Oh, man, I can't imagine. They all like each other, though, I think.
Yeah.
They seem to.
Sorry, Kev, what were you saying?
Oh, I don't remember.
No.
Oh. Britney Spears, do you think that... So, you want to get her freed?
Yeah, based on the facts, there's too much going against her here that doesn't make sense.
But why would people protest about a celebrity
now
getting
they're
her
for
freedom?
Yeah.
You know, but they're trying to do this versus like the zillion other real issues that are going on in the world, you know? Like it's just
it seems like there's a percentage of people in the world that really want to be involved in they want that celebrity status so bad that they'd rather be involved in their life from the sideline. I think.
I met this girl. And she said to me, she found out I was doing, I do comedy, I do this podcast, and then every time she saw me after that, she just wanted to talk about this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And then she said this to me. She goes like, "I want to be famous," you know? And I go, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, that's all I want to be is famous." And I said, "For what?"
That's a bold statement, yeah.
You know, for what? What would you like?
What's your gain?
What would you like to achieve fame in?
Yeah.
What is your field of like
expertise?
interest?
Yeah.
You know?
She said fame.
Nothing. She's like, I just want to be famous.
Like a Kardashian.
So she wants to be like Bad Barbie there.
She just wants to be known for being her, and then and I think that's what the.
That's like the Dr. Phil broad.
Yeah, but she's
Catch
actually
me outside. Catch me outside.
She's got a good song.
Yeah,
Did
and
you
now
hear her?
she sells herself. She's got an OnlyFans now.
You see her butthole for what, $200 or something?
I don't know. She's probably making a shit ton of money doing nothing.
Showing her butt.
Like
That's the thing
like there's a scenario where Dr. Phil was probably like, yeah, this broad is fucking cuckoo, and I can't help her. She's going nowhere. And then she fucking, like, now she's making millions of dollars just fucking popping a tit out on fucking in front of a computer.
Well, Dr. Phil's not even a doctor. Huh?
Really?
Exploited her into being a millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, he probably was like, are you kidding me? Like, I created this?
But you're right about that.
He's not a doctor, no.
Hold on.
He's got like an
He's
honor.
Dr. Phil that's not a doctor?
He's not a doctor, no. I think he's got maybe an honorary degree or something, but not in.
So why do they call him Dr. Phil?
It's good for TV.
Yeah, maybe he's got an honorary.
I was gonna say I've never heard him give like he's just he's like a therapist, right?
No, I don't think he is.
No,
I think he's a TV personality.
He says
because Oprah found him, right?
he holds a doctorate in clinical psychology, but he hasn't renewed his license since 2006.
Oh,
what's
clinical psychology?
So he was a doctor.
He was a psychologist.
So you got to renew your doctorate.
Yeah.
After so many years.
You got to keep up.
So what is it, like a test?
You got to continue so much continuing education hours.
Oh, okay.
That you have to keep up, and then you have to just to make sure you're up on the latest shit. You know,
makes sense. Like you can't be a doctor in 1980 and then in 2000.
And 10, you're still practicing the same shit, putting leeches on their nipples and stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
giving them heroin to fucking stop pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever have a leech on you there, Beaver?
You know what? I've never have.
Not like a Stand By Me ball bag leech or nothing.
No.
Like that. No. Me neither.
Thank God.
When you ever fish with leeches?
I have.
Bass fishing with leeches?
Yeah, once.
Yeah, I do that. They suck.
I'm usually a Rapella guy when bass.
What?
Speaking of bass fishing, it's opening day this weekend.
Is it really?
Saturday.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Opening day, bass, turkey.
That's
point.
a big day.
You going out?
I think I might. I didn't go out last year because of shitty weather. It might be shitty weather again, but we usually get
always shitty on opening day.
Yeah, last 3-4 years it's been shitty. I remember as a kid we'd go out first thing in the morning, come back, drop the fish off, go back, right back out, like go for round 2. It was beautiful days. Now you're getting a storm. They're not biting. You're fucking dodging boats like no other.
Opening day bass. This is the way to do it. Everybody, listen to me. If you want to do opening day bass in Turkey Point
properly,
there's only one way to do it. You show up on Friday night. Okay.
Yes.
Friday afternoon, late, whatever you want to do. You set up you find a place that you're going to spend the evening.
First, hold on. On your way down to the lake, you got to stop by a bakery, get a nice bag of raisin buns. And you gotta go to the grocery store, get a nice wedge of Gouda.
Okay.
Gouda. And you gotta get some salami.
Right.
And you gotta butter that bad boy up and make some nice buns for the morning. Because if you don't, your grandpa will ask you, where are they?
Oh, see, my experience is different. Friday, it's more you show up. You want to make sure you got cooler packed. Okay, you want to have and maybe bring your wallet. You know, you're gonna go down. You're maybe gonna find a place, do some karaoke. Maybe I don't know. You're gonna drink at a guy's campfire if you want. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna show up at a bar and knock on the door.
Oh, you're talking about creating a nice night. I'm talking about
Friday night.
Fish. Yeah.
No. This is opening day bass, Turkey Point. This is how you do it.
You're talking the weekend.
This is the whole. Yeah,
the event of bass opener is what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't want to. Okay, I'll get to. I don't want to spoil the ending here, but you go down, you drink your face off on Friday night, and then the end of the story is you fucking go home the next day and you never go into the lake at all.
No fishing.
No fishing.
And to top that off, you could potentially sleep on the boat, but
No.
still not go fishing. You could go drink, be like, I'm gonna go sleep on the boat, just make sure I make it, and then still don't fucking.
The one year I had so much problems. I had a boat at the time, and I had so much problems with my boat, and it was in the shop, and I missed every time I would use my boat that year. It was like broken, and you couldn't use it. And opening day, I ended up going down, and my brother-in-law had this like old tin.
I was gonna say you borrowed a boat, didn't you? 1 year?
Yeah, it was an old tin boat that we borrowed, just to say we'd go out and catch a fish or whatever, come back. But in the morning, I was so hungover. Like, I mean, I'm not even really hungover. I went to bed an hour ago. And then, but I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm going out there, right? So Charters and I think my brother-in-law, Jeff, and they go out. And my neighbor was out having a morning coffee, watching them try to go out with the boat. And I guess Charters, like he had one leg in the boat and the other leg on the dock. And then the boat, yeah, he went and
he did the heavy split.
Fell right in the ate shit right.
Imagine getting that on video. Charters doing that.
Oh man, and he did it like it was like he just woke up, went to the boat, and fell into the water immediately.
And then was like, "Fuck this."
They went out. I think they went out like
soaking wet.
Yeah, but it was a short trip.
Go to the mouth of the channel and turn right back around. Cast a few.
One time I remember Dave took the fish out of our cooler when we got back, and he took the biggest one and the smallest one, and then he
was trying to be nice.
He fed the small one to the big one, like he shoved the big.
What? Really?
Like, yeah, they would eat it. Yeah. Those are good times. We always had the fishing is anticlimactic though, because we have such a good time on the Friday night that when you're on the boat, you're like you feel kind of like crap, and then always seems to be bad weather and it's rough and stuff. I was always driving the boat, so it was not fun, not as much fun.
No.
And then you're trying to take, make sure everyone's having a good time. Next time I go fishing, well, I sold my boat obviously, but next time I go fishing, I ain't doing fuck all. Like I'm just gonna
you're gonna be a bystander that is along for the ride.
Yeah, I'm going to take care of my fucking pole, my hook.
That's the worst. When you go with family, it's like, oh, you got to fix everybody's hook. And someone pulls the hook or pulls the pole too hard, and then the hook flies and catches your aunt in the eye. And then you've got to cut a leader and cut it at the leader and hope to God someone can yank out the barb out of her eyeball.
Yeah, maybe she can make it in some sort of charm bracelet or something.
Oh, man, it happened to me.
You hooked your aunt in the lip?
I didn't. I was the one that would noticed it right away because right away she grabbed her face and like went down, and everybody else is looking at the fish. They just jumped off the hook and like doing the old fuck. We just
where
missed
did it hook on her face?
It caught her right on the eyelid. Oh yeah, like barb in. And I'm like, oh my God. And everybody's like, you fucking lost the fish. And just whoever was holding the pole. I'm like, we got bigger problems here. We got real big problems.
How'd you get it out? Did you cut the barb?
Pulled.
Oof.
You had to cut the thing off of the one side, didn't you? You couldn't or you weaved it through?
We just weave it through.
Oh. Did you have to stretch the hole at one point in time?
I personally didn't.
Who did it?
I think my uncle did.
And I heard
did you make her bite a stick?
What do you mean?
Like for pain, you know how like if they're going to give you like
yeah, bite something. Yeah, I think somebody did. I was young at the time, but I vividly remember it happening.
Yeah,
and everybody's always got that one boat in the family that doesn't catch fish.
That was mine, I think.
My grandpa was finding fish, man. Like,
oh, you had some good fishermen in your family.
Oh yeah, man. You know what's the funniest though? Like my grandpa, he didn't want to ever buy ice packs, or ice, right? He'd take those fruity containers, like the really long ones, fill them with water and freeze them.
Oh.
Throw them in the old fridge, and
that's a Dutch treat.
Dutch, yeah, and forget them.
Yeah.
So then we're halfway out, and it's like, oh, now we got to turn around and get the ice. It's like, fuck. We thought we were on time.
That's always the way. Eh? My brother-in-law is big on. I think he's made 1,000 jugs of Caesars and left them at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he always tells you about the jugs of Caesars he made you, and then that aren't there. And then you're like, well, what's the point of it?
You almost want to say you just ruined my next hour because all I can think about is what you should have had here
it's not
for me to enjoy.
Drink either.
What?
Caesar's a good hangover drink too.
Yeah, my brother-in-law. I always want to wear a T-shirt underneath my shirt, and then when I go out with him, and then when he and then as soon as he says I should have made some Caesars, I'll open my shirt and it'll say I should have made some Caesars, and it'll say his name, Jeff.
Oh, because like that's his patented go-to.
He says it all the fucking time. We go golfing. I was going to make some Caesars for this. We should have some Caesars for this. He says it all the time. He must think about it every day. Like the next time I do something fun, I want to make some Caesars. He goes and does it, and he forgets to make them. Yeah, the one time he did make them though, and there was like a goddamn pickled bean in it and a pepperette.
Oh, like a nice effort, eh?
Oh, it's one of those Caesars that's got like a lot of accoutrement, like a lot of stuff in it.
A lot of thought gone into this. A lot of care.
Pickle juice, little horseradish.
Holy shit.
Turn it up a notch. That's what I'm talking about, eh? Like with a real Caesar.
And you're a bystander that got to enjoy?
I got him on a golf cart all day long.
So,
oh, shit.
Delicious. It was a
thermos? He had a thermos or what?
Yeah, he has like a jug, like of Caesars, and then he would have all the other stuff, like the pickled beans and the pepperettes in his cooler.
Oh, so he really worked hard at this.
He would like make it for you in your golf cart. Yeah, it was nice.
And that's a high bar set too.
That's what he wants to give you every time. That's the kind of guy he is. He wants to give you that
pretty nice, though.
Treatment. But sometimes he doesn't put it all together. Oh, yeah, he's a great guy.
But he forgets about it sometimes, and you're frustrated because you're like, I really like a Caesar now that you said it, and now we can't have one.
Yeah, we should make some Caesars, eh, Pete? We should get some Caesars, eh? He says it all the time. We're always about Caesars.
Like, is it his go-to drink all the time, or no?
I think beer is his go-to drink, to be honest with you. But, like, sometimes when it's always because we're at a function or something like that. We're doing something a little bit. If we're like, we're at a function, we're doing something like because it's a day out. And we all a family thing or a wedding or I don't know something, and then or like a golf outing or something.
See, because I got a buddy, we all know him, and his go-to is he starts when we go to a bar or something, a pitcher of beer, that's not for the group,
for
himself, and a large Caesar, mild, and then after he's done that. Well, let's have a nice Boilermaker.
Right. You're on. This is a weekend. This is a party night, right?
Yeah. A nice Boilermaker.
This is his routine
for everybody. Like he'll be like a round of Boilermakers after he has his pitcher of beer and a Caesar. Oh. And I was like, Boilermaker, like what the fuck? Like I don't think I can do that. But it actually tastes pretty good.
You ever have an Irish car bomb?
I like the name.
Sorry. Yes. That's his second go-to is Irish car bombs, and they're really good too.
Yeah, they are good. How about a Dr. Pepper?
They're good.
Heard of them? Yeah. There's always usually people, if they like the Dr. Peppers, they hate the fucking Irish car bomb.
What's the Irish car bomb? What's in it?
I think it's Irish whiskey and Guinness, or Irish whiskey and and
you got to drop
Kilkenny.
And you got to drop the shot in and chug it.
And then. And then the Dr. Pepper is beer and amaretto.
Yeah.
And they put sometimes they'll put a spritz of Coke or something
just
to make it the color of a Dr. Pepper. Otherwise, it looks like a beer with amaretto. But it does taste just like it.
And then a Boilermaker is a fucking shot of whiskey and
beer. Yeah.
All good picks. And a good hangover drink is a red eye. Which is just beer and tomato juice. Oh, yeah.
Does that work?
Or a lot of people drink that.
Oh, me and Dave run that program heavy on airplanes on the way home.
Do you think though a lot of it's to do with physically? There's beer in that, and you're getting alcohol back in your system. Because like for me,
part of it,
I find
tomato though. Why the tomato?
Just to tone it down a little. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Like the next day, if I got a stupid hangover, just fucking crack a beer, and it just seems to mellow it. Still sucks, but it mellows it out a little. For me, anyways.
Right.
What's that?
Hair of the dog. You gotta keep.
Right.
Alcoholics never get hungover.
No, they don't know how to.
Because they stay drunk.
They just keep it going. Well, they just keep the train going. They don't know if they're still drunk all the time, but
maybe, yeah.
They just instead of blowing over, they're fucking. They're still. Yeah, they're still drunk. Never mind.
Homeostasis, that's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hair of the dog.
I lost that one there.
Ratchet yourself down on the. Yeah, I don't know where we're going. I have had a few little hazy moments. It could be the weed, could be old age, or it could be just the fact that, you know what? Sometimes you don't have it, eh? Not everyone's sharp all the time.
No. Can't win them all.
No, you can't. I'll tell you, we should do a segment just because we're getting into this program here called Feedback. We got feedback.
We got feedback. It's feedback.
Motherfucking feedback.
Hey, welcome to Feedback. We got feedback, everyone. Thank you. This week's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Guys, you know, I got to tell you, they say whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, I find sometimes whatever doesn't kill you will actually cause you a lifelong amount of trauma that causes you to further traumatize your family and those close to you. And you can stop that from happening by just looking at your noggin, by getting it looked at.
Right.
Okay? Going to talk to somebody, getting somebody that's maybe knows how these things work and can help you with your problems. You know, maybe you've bottled up your emotions for about 30, 40 years, and now you're an alcoholic who, masturbates to horses. You know, I don't know what you got to work on. It's your problem, not my problem.
It's a nice, quiet session.
And what you maybe should do if you got something you don't like about yourself, something you want to work on, something you want to learn to accept, maybe something you've been beating yourself up about. Maybe it's okay to jerk off to horses, you know. I don't know. I don't think it is. But maybe it is, you know, but maybe you're making it all wrong. You know, whatever it is, you can work these problems out if you go talk to somebody. And a good way to do that is go to BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com is where you go. BetterHelp.com/Dutch Hall is actually where you go.
Click for a better tomorrow.
And they're not a crisis line. They're not a self-help line. These guys are real professional counseling done discreetly online. You don't have to wait in waiting rooms and sit there with a bunch of other people who God knows what's going on with them. You know, you can just do it from the comfort of your own home. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. This is available worldwide. They're going to line you up with a professional counselor. If you're not satisfied with your counselor, you can get another one. You'll, be lined up with them within 48 hours. And special for Dutch Hall listeners, if you sign up and you go to BetterHelp.com/Dutch Hall, you will get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/Dutch Hall, and you're going to get 10% off your first month. Thank you. Now the tagline.
Click for a better tomorrow.
There you go.
I know I did it too early.
And if you want to be like our queen, Jen Husko, who is our one and only Patreon sponsor, giving us $10 a month. And if you want to be like Jen, our queen, you can go to patreon.com. Oh, let me just get rid of this one. You can go to patreon.com/Dutch Hall, and you can see all the different levels of sponsorship we have there. That's patreon.com/Dutch Hall. There's also small business options if you want to sponsor us there.
And Pete, I was, aside from that, I want to say I was shaving my nuts the other day.
Oh, were you?
And I heard a beep on my phone. Look over and I find out you apparently have a sponsor that can take care of that for me.
Well, we don't have it yet. What we're looking for a ball sponsor. We have one that is sending us the product as we speak.
Okay.
And we're supposed to get this product in. And Beaver, I thought, you know, a guy like you, Beaver, you're like in black and white this whole time, eh?
I know.
On the video show.
Retro Beaver.
And you're kind of like, I just don't want to picture you to be a body hair, a shaven type of guy because I've been watching in black and white the whole time. You know, like you're like a guy from the past.
Right.
They all had big, huge bushes.
Yeah, that's true.
But
my wife prefers a clean slate.
Oh, yeah. You get it in a real, it's a whole thing. You shave your legs too?
No.
So you have a hairy legs and no hair on your crotch?
Yeah, it's like a third, like this section here.
It's like a pair of shorts.
Yeah, a pair of shorts. Yeah. It's like a bad pair of shorts.
Some high-waisted gym teacher shorts.
But then she doesn't like it when I shave my beard.
Really?
Like she doesn't like it. Like I don't like it too long because it gets uncomfortable. But
she probably likes to pretend she's in the 70s.
I think she thinks I look too young when I shave.
I think when you eat her pussy, she likes to pretend she's got a big muff. Like she just likes to pretend that, you know what I mean?
Maybe
because that's her only way to get it. Because she's probably bald down there. She's of her age.
She's a closed book, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's thinking on that topic actually, buddy.
Well, that mystery's good, though.
But I was a little mystery. But like I said, I was cleaning up the other day, and I was like, I hear the phone beep, and Pete's like, I think guys, we got something for the show coming.
Yeah. So the way they work, they're going to send this thing in the mail. It's on its way. It is being delivered as we speak. Then once it gets delivered, I'm going to bring it. I have to bring it on the show, and then I'm going to shave my body with it. Right. Then, based on the shaving that I do,
are you going to do shoulders down?
Right now, I've been really growing out my chest hair.
You got a nice pouch, eh?
Oh, it's like I can pull up my chest hair. It's long.
Oh, right on.
Like it's long.
You got some hamburger meat? Oh, you got it out. That's cool.
It's long. So I'm going to be able to really give a good buzz of it. So I think I'll go chest hair, just give it a buzz.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to have to do some simulations to make before I try it on my balls because this is a product review, you know. So I'll probably have
serious
to
deal, man.
Figure out like balloons or peach or grapes or something like that. Find out some tender fruit, you know, that we'll see if it's going to damage it before I put it towards my veiny nutsack. Then maybe in the privacy of my own, home or, outside the cameras, I'll go there and I'll maybe give it a whiz around the old ball sack. Then come back, give it a proper review. And I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth, Beaver.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, you know what? My nutsack is tore to shreds. This thing is a piece of whatever it is. If it's a piece of garbage, you're going to find out it's a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
But if it is a quality nutsack or body hair trimmer, then we will be having it as a sponsor on our program. But it's up to us whether we
pursue,
whether we say, yeah, we're going to give it a review. Our listeners are going to think this is a quality.
Whether we want to pursue future endeavors.
But I ain't gonna let a person sponsor us just for the money, is what I said.
Right.
I got Jen Husko for that. $10 a month. What more do I fucking need? You know? As long as I got money bags Husko there,
Exactly.
it's gonna be just chucking cash at us. We'll be fine. I don't need to take every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Good pun though on the old shaver.
Yeah,
Tom, Dick, Harry.
Tom's Harry Dick. Right?
Yeah.
Not so much anymore now with the new whatever it is. I don't know if I should give it the product name until
it
comes in the mail. No free ads. They didn't do it. You're going to get the review once it arrives in the mail. That's the deal. Right?
Exactly.
Hardball this year, man.
Hey.
No more just throwing out fake ads for your Army Electric.
Tough times.
There's nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's all real ads. Yeah, tough times. You got to make this thing real. Anyway, so we're doing it. So that's another sponsor. Who else did I miss? Amazon. Oh, go to our Live from the Dutch Hall's website and click on our Amazon banner, and you do your shopping there. And that rich guy doesn't get all the money. Some of it gets to come to us.
Fuck him.
Well, and some of those people might be the ones that are petitioning for him to not come back to Earth when he leaves.
And his dildo rocket ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are actually people that are like, just leave him. I don't know why. Like, fucking, no, a lot of people can't live without Amazon.
Well, I know
right now, I boot fuck a fucking bunch of packages once a week down the fucking driveway.
I know that.
I'm telling you, man, it gets fucking tiring. When they know you by first name.
I watched something today. They said if it wasn't for Amazon, then China would pretty much be running the whole supply chain, pretty much, for most of the world, because they would be like making the product and shipping the product, and they would be delivering the product, and then
then cutting us off one day.
Yeah, and because the number 2 and number 3 online retailer is like, I don't know, the one's like a JD or something, or something like that, and the other one's Alibaba. They're two Chinese companies, you know. And then there's Amazon, it's like the only like non Chinese thing.
Asian.
They're super winning. The
Yeah.
Chinese.
They're all winning. Yeah.
Yeah, they're dominating right now. They've done a lot of smart moves, and I don't know how they're not just going to win. And then at the end of the day, you kind of look at it, and you're like, there's some parts of it that are pretty good. Like maybe they're figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's not evil. We always get like, when we were kids, it was like kind of easy. We're right,
They're wrong.
we're good, and then there's certain bad guys. The Russians are bad.
Always Russia bad.
Chinese were bad, and then Trudeau told us they weren't bad.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was a kid, I never thought of like how China and Japan, like China's taken over, like everything's made there, and I never like as a kid. I don't know if I was just so short-minded or whatever, but I never thought of that. I never thought of China anything.
I think the Germans were bad when we were kids too.
Yeah, your place too. I remember at Kev's place because his dad was a lot older, eh?
Well, okay.
We'd play army, and we were always trying to kill the Krauts.
Yeah.
Kill the Krauts? Is that what you call
that's
them?
what we called them, the Krauts. We were wanting to kill the Krauts, and that's what they would call them in the Second World War, right? They call them Krauts.
Sauerkraut.
Yeah, and we would try. So we were always like when we play war, it was always World War II, and we're trying to kill the Germans.
Yeah, we'd find swastikas in the snow.
Yeah. Those are the games we played. One time, remember you had that maple because you had that maple bush, and then we made it like Mission Impossible to climb up on the truck to drink some of the
Sap.
The sap. That was great. You could drink the sap right out of the hose that was going in the big tanker truck.
They were doing that. It was pushing that much, eh? Holy shit.
Yeah. It's crazy, yeah.
My neighbor does that, eh? At that one, my second farm there. He's got a bunch of taps in the trees.
Oh, yeah?
Not a bunch. I think he's got like 100 of them.
And does he just sell it off, or does he make maple syrup himself?
He makes the maple syrup, but I think it's more like a generous gift to people. Like it's a hobby for him.
I like that.
Need some real stuff for the pancakes.
Well, I'm just an Aunt Jemima, to be honest with you. My wife loves the rare.
I thought she got fired.
Huh?
Aunt Jemima got fired.
She did.
Canceled, yeah.
She doesn't have a job anymore.
I still got
Do they have a new name for her? I think they do, or is Uncle Ben. One of those two guys got a new name, and
he got turf for sure.
It's worse than the first one, I thought.
Man, Aunt Jemima fucking invented it. It's not like they just took a. Yes, I know what she represented was not good, but she invented the product.
It didn't say slave Jemima. It said
Aunt Jemima.
It was
exactly.
I honestly believe I didn't think that was slave ever, Aunt Jemima. I thought it was some black guy's aunt.
That made good syrup.
That made good syrup.
Made good syrup.
It's called the Pearl Milling Company now. Aunt Jemima.
Oh,
was
Aunt
it always
Jemima's
that?
The Pearl Milling Company? No, it just changed.
So it's going to
Pepsi
be.
owns it, right?
So it's going to say Pearl Milling Company on the fucking bottle.
I don't know.
Like, what are they going to do? It'll be like the Washington Redskins. It'll just be the Washington Redskins fucking football team. It'll be maple syrup made by fucking Pearl. Fuck. Like, that's kind of boring. I want to see that lady on there.
I want the whole jar to be her.
Because her... yeah, exactly.
And is that wrong, too?
Pete, when you looked at maple syrup, did you think slavery? No. Nobody did.
But if it was dark, it's not maple syrup either. It's pancake syrup. But dark pancake syrup is black, right? Like not maple syrup's kind of like brown.
Yeah.
But like that table syrup is like black, right?
Uncle Ben's?
Yeah.
Ben's Original. That's the new name.
Can they show us?
So
face?
how is that? What has that changed? They'd probably change the logo.
Why is Aunt and Uncle code for slave?
I have no idea.
Or something that I'm not aware of. Like I don't understand all this stuff.
Hey, they already said they don't know what they're going to do with the Cleveland Indians.
Easy, you get rid of them.
No, but they don't know what they're going to call them. You know, because they got like Canadian football, they got the Edmonton Elk now instead of Edmonton Eskimos.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Beaver. You said that incorrectly.
What's that?
The name of the new Edmonton CFL football team.
Yeah, what's that?
The Edmonton Elks.
Oh, it's S plural.
Yeah,
More than
it's a hurt. No, because I heard
No.
I thought I heard. I had a discussion on the radio the one day about it. I thought it was plural was elk too.
Plural is elk too. Beaver.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is the second ever sports franchise to put in a grammatically incorrect name on their jersey.
I know who the first is.
You know who the first is, Kevin. You know who it is, Beaver?
I don't.
Your favorite team.
It's your favorite team.
The Leafs.
The Leafs.
Should be
Leaf is
It's the It should be the Leaves. Toronto Maple Leaves.
Yeah,
but they're the Leafs. And these are
Holy
the Elks.
fuck.
The Elks instead of the Elk. Edmonton Elk sounds great.
Yeah.
Edmonton Elks makes you sound stupid.
It sounds like you're trying too hard to say it.
Yeah, and you sound like you don't know how to speak your own fucking language. It's wrong. The Toronto Maple Leafs is stupid.
That's why they.
Your team, sorry, Beaver, it's my team too, but
I totally agree.
But your team looks stupid. They have a spelling mistake on their jersey.
That's why they can't win.
Right. Spell it right or make up a name that you can fucking spell.
And I don't understand why they call them the Buds.
Baby Leafs.
You know what I mean? People refer to Leafs as the Buds.
It's baby Leafs.
Yeah. Small leaves. Baby leaves, like leaves that haven't hatched or sprouted.
Maybe. I never understood the contrast, but
yeah,
makes sense.
I almost asked why they call the Canadian Habs, but
Les Habitants.
Yeah, got that H in their toilet seat.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I don't even understand that either. Where the fuck is the Habs in Canadians?
It's
Google.
The H is it means the habitant.
Yeah.
And that's they were the farmers that grew on the St. Lawrence River Basin.
Oh, really?
Where they called the habitant.
Yeah.
And that's what they wanted to.
That was good off the cuff there, bud. Holy.
Habitant. I think that's what it is. And then
that was a good accent.
And then they wanted to call themselves that, I think, the French people.
Oh, and
but
English people were like, no, you're fucking Canadian.
But the owners of the team, yeah. I think it's kind of like they're kind of like I think that's what it is, kind of like.
Yeah, but they acknowledge it by putting that H in that. It's supposed to be a C.
Yeah, because the C with the H in it is what it's like. They should be called the Montreal Canadian Habitants is what they should be called, or the Montreal Habitants. That's what I think. I could be totally wrong.
I think you're right. It's tied 2-2 that game.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
It's come down nail biter. It's Canada Day today because this is next week.
Yeah.
Right?
Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day.
I can't believe I didn't say it to you guys when I walked in.
Yeah. Well, it was a week early. You're still in last week before you became this week, and now it's this week. Yeah.
Nice.
But things seem like they're getting back to normal-ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
They're starting to open everything up. We're really nailing it. I get my second vaccine on Monday.
I got mine already.
You got yours?
Yeah.
Did you get yours yet?
Nope.
One or two?
Nope.
Zeros?
Zero.
You don't need it until spring anyway, right?
Right. I'm in my own world. I'm in my own world on fucking.
Or until November. Then you'll need to probably start thinking about it, getting it.
Yeah.
Because you'll want to go away.
You're letting other people that really need it get it.
What's that?
He's selfless. He's letting other people that really need it get it.
I like your terminology on that one.
They got big campaigns to get the kids vaccinated for school too. They got these pop-up things to get the high school kids.
I just think they got to be careful of that because the research. You know what I mean? You don't want your kids growing up with something when.
They said that about every fucking thing that cured something, though, to date. So without anything that convincing to do otherwise, it's always the more good than bad.
That's true. No, that's true. I agree with that.
Like no one has polio, no one has the mumps, no one has all those.
No,
things
I'm pro into pro vaccines, like vaccinating your kids. Fucking right. Like in general, this vaccine I wouldn't be racing to get it.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't
a
want
billion people got it already or something.
Right. I'm just saying I wouldn't want to be part of the test.
Yeah.
Or the graph.
You know what? I get why people are nervous. I get it. I get why people are skeptical.
90% of people are taking it so they can go travel. Let's be honest.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Why not? I want to be free.
Just do stuff.
Yeah.
I want freedom no matter what.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take it. Yeah.
No, I'm not judging. Like that's not a kick at somebody or anything, but I just think it sucks how the government and society has portrayed the vaccine. Like that should not be the reason that you want to take the vaccine, is so that you can live the life that you should already be able to live.
No, but you can't live it because of the situation without the vaccine, though. That's the thing. So it's not like they're making you take the vaccine. It's just like, do you have a better idea on how to address the virus? You know, nobody does. Like the people that say the vaccine's not a good idea. Well, what is?
No, and all I'm saying, they could have. It could have been a whole lot better if they would have fucking shut the airport down a little bit earlier.
Yeah, but us
Canadians were and us Ontarians were fucking in lockdown, and the fucking rest of the world could do whatever the fuck they want. Come to us.
Yeah, but that's all retrospect, you know. And dealing with what we got now, what are we supposed to do?
True. I know what you're saying. You're saying don't live in the past. We got to fucking
like I don't know what else to do going forward. Is
True.
like, and I was
talking about past issues. They're not.
And the countries that are doing it are being able to get on with things and
right.
Temporarily. I mean, maybe one of them is going to be fully vaccinated and just get fucked up again. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I was almost positive, like the Reformer puts out every day how many cases we get in Norfolk County. I think we've been fucking 1 or 2 or fucking 5 or 10 at the most kind of thing for the last while. Like, we've been doing good.
I think Waterloo's the new hotbed.
Right now it is?
I think so.
Really?
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
That's what they're saying.
It's still like less than 1,000 cases across the whole country right now.
Yeah, I think like by new hotbed, like that, and that's the media.
A hotbed is like 100.
Yeah,
50, I think.
Yeah, they call that an outbreak.
Out of 360.
Well, define how can you define an outbreak in the beginning as thousands, and now an outbreak's 50?
An outbreak in some places is 2.
No, an outbreak in Norfolk County, up until now, is 1.
Wow.
1 is an outbreak.
1. If I had 1 case on my farm, it's considered an outbreak, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because what are you outbreaking? I don't know what's an outbreak is a spread. Well, if it's 1, it hasn't spread to anything yet other than 1.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
It's just such an
which is an opinion, not like it means nothing. But
wow, it's your opinion.
Yeah.
What were you even talking about?
Talking about the virus.
Oh, an outbreak is 1?
In Norfolk County.
Yeah, because it's on a farm or something like that?
In Norfolk County, an outbreak. In Norfolk County, an outbreak anywhere is 1.
So like in a place of business, if you had...
A place of business, if you have 1, you have an outbreak.
Wow.
And you have to put it in the paper and list it on social media.
Really?
What if you don't have social media? Someone else doesn't.
Good question, actually. They want you to create an account then. I'm not kidding you.
My new Facebook account for my outbreak.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense.
If you guys, let's say you guys are going to you get to go on a trip, the border's open, or whatever. You go on a trip now. We can still go on a trip now.
Yeah.
So like we go on a trip. You go on a trip. You come back. They say you're supposed to go quarantine. Like you can go back home, but you got to go quarantine in your home for 2 weeks, even though you had a clean test come back from the airport and all that stuff. Like, do you do that?
I don't understand for 2 reasons. If you had a clean test and you're fully vaccinated, like, why you got to stay home?
Yeah, I don't.
I think you got to take the vaccination scenario. If for your scenario, you got to take the vaccine scenario out of it or part out of it, because you're trying to see.
No, because vaccination doesn't matter. Because even though you're vaccinated, that means you can't get sick.
Yeah, you can still spread it.
But you can still have it and give it to other people,
right,
and they'll give them sick. So that's why they still want you to stay in your house, whether you're vaccinated or not. But it's like, I already took a test.
It says you're negative.
It says I'm negative. I should be then at that point that I'm negative. I am a new person right now. I haven't been in the States. I'm in Canada right now.
Yeah. Right, and you're not a spreader.
And I'm clean. Yeah. So then fuck this quarantine bullshit because I'm clean. But I guess the argument is that in a few days it would show up, and it would then show up, and it didn't show up in that test.
So if you took a test, like what happens if you take a test 3 days in a row and you're clean 3 days in a row?
that's like, I don't understand. It's just fucking.
I had employees that did that, man. They took a test in Jamaica, they took a test in Toronto, and they took a test on day 8, and they were negative all 3 times, and they still did stay till day 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then they take a test on day 14?
No.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You're just allowed out. You're just allowed out.
Then you're set free.
Yeah. Pete, I keep looking over at your
it's
monitor.
prison, man.
I know. I keep looking over at the monitor. I feel like, and I'm looking at myself, I feel like I'm in like the show Mad Men.
Yeah, I like how you're from a different time. It's like
Time
really,
Machine Beef.
yeah, Time Machine Beef.
Yeah.
It looks like we did an effect on you, and we didn't. It's just the fact that we didn't light you properly.
Yeah, it's okay. I like it though. I like the.
You look like you're night vision too, because you have like the glowing eyes.
Yeah, I'll gladly stay this way. If you want to permanently do this, it's fine.
It's like it was cool. It's like we got you from the
Retro.
40s, but you should talk more like this. Like,
I was at a skyscraper, see?
yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that though.
Think about this radio business is. See,
I saw this dame walking down the sidewalk the other day.
Yeah,
they talked faster. Eh?
Yeah.
and they had lingo, heavy lingo.
This one's got a real pace to it. I had a whole bunch. We want to talk about Dave Chappelle. We'll just end with that. Okay. Dave Chappelle, Kevin sent around this message to our little group chat, and it was Dave Chappelle on stage with the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I was a little lost because the reason is I wasn't on the current events at the time, and I didn't search it. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I was like, what the fuck's Dave Chappelle and Foo Fighters here?
Yeah, he was just playing a gig at MSG in New York, and Chappelle was there, and they invited him to come up on stage.
Oh, because they do that quite often with fans, but it just so happened to be Dave Chappelle.
I guess so. In this particular clip, it was the Foo Fighters concert at Madison Square Gardens, and then Dave Chappelle came on the stage, and the Foo Fighters played the song "Creep" by Radiohead, and then Dave Chappelle comes out and sings it. Radiohead is a pretty easy song to sing, or like "Creep" is an easy song to sing. Not Radiohead, but "Creep" is. Mm-hmm. You can kind of, this is lounge. You can go loungy with it, and you don't have to have a lot of range, except for that part where it goes, "She's running out," and then he got the crowd to sing that anyways. But anyways, Dave Chappelle chain smokes cigarettes. Also smokes joints. He's not his throat. Is not made for singing.
Quite like mine.
Yeah, or like myself.
A little raspy.
He is not a good singer. I'm just going to say that. He's a more talented comedian, not a good singer. But it's Dave Chappelle.
New York.
You're in New York.
Madison Square Garden.
He's a big deal. Is this like a magical moment that you enjoy at the concert? Or is this something that annoys you, that there's just a famous person doing karaoke on the stage?
I would call it. I'm in that boat.
Huh? You're in the karaoke on stage?
I'm in the annoyed person in the audience.
Yeah, this is a rich guy getting a Make-A-Wish type moment.
Right.
And why am I happy for it? You know?
I think I'd be like maybe a little bit woohoo at first.
Right.
But then
just to be a part of the show.
Yeah, like
and you're part of the show. You got to enjoy. You're supposed to be happy for every part of the show, but
I would like to see him tell a joke.
Yeah,
know that.
Throw a little kicker in there. Throw a joke, and then let them fucking sing their song.
Yeah,
and then you're not seeing a Foo Fighters song either.
You're
seeing a Radiohead.
Yeah, talk about one clusterfuck after another here. Yeah, so there's a band not playing its own song. And they're playing it, but they're not even singing it. A fucking comedian is singing it.
Who can't
sing.
I've seen them do where they had like, I think Brian Johnson sing "Shook Me All Night Long." They played it.
Oh yeah,
that's a little more respectable because at least it's a song that he's supposed to sing.
And when I was in Toronto, they played Tom Sawyer by Geddy Lee, because Geddy Lee's mom was in the audience.
Oh, yeah.
You're also talking a living legend in Brian Johnson.
I even rushed for Toronto.
Right.
Yeah, but Geddy Lee's mom was in the audience sitting with Dave Grohl's mom.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Apparently
they're
they're
like
friends.
big Rush fanboys, right?
Yeah.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah. I guess they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't be seeing that anymore.
No, that was a one-off.
But Alex Lifeson?
He just put new music out.
Yeah, he put new music out.
Yeah.
But the bass player was not Geddy Lee.
No.
Some other dude. So
I like them. I like people either love or hate Rush. I like them.
Rush is one of those bands that people go fucking batshit crazy for. Like they love them. The ones that love them, man.
Almost like a Grateful Dead kind of fandom. Like
yeah, they got real serious fans. Who else is like that? Where the fans are into them are like nutty for them, you know?
Well, Grateful Dead.
Yeah, Fish.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think.
If you don't like Fish, then you don't get it at all. But if you're into Fish, you're really into Fish.
I can imagine Primus.
Yeah. How about Ween?
I don't know who that is.
Well, I can say
like
the one in history is fucking any stupid fucking boy band.
Oh,
yeah,
We don't understand it, but the fans are all over them.
NSYNC or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, now it would be like the K-pop shit or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even believe how big that crap is. I don't get it.
Some
at
people
all.
are like that with Bieber.
Yeah, the Believers.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
My wife's a Belieber.
I like the kid, honestly.
He's
I
got
think
he's got good songs.
I don't like his music, but I think he's a good kid. You plop that much money in a 16-year-old's lap.
He's still alive. You got to look at him. He's still alive.
This is what I think that guy should do. I've said it for years. Go out on tour with a guitar and a microphone and a single spotlight and tear the show down to like nothing.
Yeah.
Have him play like an acoustic show where he's just singing and playing guitar or something like that.
Back to the roots. I bet you he'll do that.
I
one
think
day.
if he does that, he could re-establish, because he's a talented guy, you know, get rid of all this like teen
Production.
heartthrob bullshit, you know,
Yeah.
and just like be like a musician.
Justin Bieber to the core, kind of, not the fucking confetti around it.
Yeah, you can have a second crack at a career.
Yeah.
Like look at Alanis
Morissette.
She started out. Now, granted, it's just Canada and nobody knew about her, but when she started, she was like that, like a Canadian Tiffany or Debbie Gibson or something, you know. And then she came out in Jagged Little Pill, and she was like a rock star.
Yeah.
You know? She fucking. I'm pretty impressed by her whole career, actually, Alanis Morissette. Eh?
What was she before that?
I always thought she aged nicely.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, I'm mistaking her for Dion Phaneuf's wife there. She was like the mechanics, like Popular Mechanics for Kids girl.
Oh yeah, Alicia Cuthbert.
Yeah, but I was thinking Alanis Morissette did something like that too, but I don't know if I'm mixing
Alicia
them up.
Cuthbert.
Oh, like she was
you're
she
talking
did
a
like
dime.
a kids show thing too.
Did she?
There was a kids show she was on, I think.
Fucking
Yeah.
Girl Next Door.
Oh, that was a sexy movie. Eh?
Shit.
Yeah.
That thong.
That thing drove me wild.
I can't believe that was the one from Popular Mechanics for Kids, though, because
That was
like I
her,
feel
yeah.
bad about it, eh? You know,
Yeah,
of course it was her.
yeah.
Man, I watched that show, eh? Popular Mechanics for
Same
Kids.
Me
here.
too.
After I watched the Girl Next Door, and I was like, whoa.
I
Is
know.
that what happens to him?
I'm
Because like
watching
Jake
every version.
Baruchel's in that
Is he
too,
really?
in Popular Mechanics for Kids too, but not with her. I don't think. I think he was later seasons, and they had a different girl.
She's all old now, right? Alicia,
Is she?
35. That's pretty old for a girl.
I guess so. Yeah.
Or what crushed
Well, now
her
we-
is that Sean Avery fucking kind of just made her turn into like a fucking. She's a dime, and it made her turn into a one. Like he made it sound like she was a fucking nothing.
Oh, that she's passed around.
Yeah, and I doubt she was.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm gonna stick with that.
His wife's a real good looking girl too.
Who?
Sean Avery's
Is she? Well,
model. Yeah.
yeah. Well, what do you expect, eh? He's
I
all about
doubt
how
he had
looks are.
I
Right?
doubt he had to try real hard.
Why, you think he's a chick magnet?
No, he's just a fucking. He was an NHL hockey player, so he didn't really probably have to do a whole lot.
Yeah, he walks around like he's got lots of money, so you find shallow cunts everywhere.
He's got shiny white teeth.
Like, man, I was at a Chicago Blackhawks game with Bozy, and fucking, we were sitting in our seats having the greatest experience ever at a Chicago Blackhawks game in Chicago. Great arena. And these fucking two broads behind us were like chatting the whole time, didn't even give a fuck about the game. And all they cared about was where Patrick Kane was going after the game. Like, we're gonna find him. We're gonna find him. And it's like, yeah, that guy doesn't have to do jack shit.
Yeah.
He just fucking come hither. You know.
What if he had a girlfriend?
I know. I agree, but
then that would be a curse. You know, it wouldn't be a blessing.
Well, yeah, because the woman would feel insecure all the time.
And you'd have to be turned down pussy all the time, and you know how hard it is to turn down pussy?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's not something a man's built to do.
No.
We're not supposed to ever turn down pussy. We're supposed to give you our seed. If you ask for it, I give it to you. That's how we make more people so that we can make sure there's always people. But now, fuck, man. I can't just do that. I can't give my seed to everybody.
No.
It's not socially acceptable anymore.
Nope.
And my wife is really against it.
She is.
Yeah.
Certain parts of the world, they're all about it, but not me.
Not here. They don't. Well, you don't want to just spray some seeds.
Oh, I can't live by that philosophy because I'm married.
Just flinging seeds.
Yeah, you're married. It'd be nice though, eh?
Oh,
Every
fuck.
chance. If every chance you got, if we could just have sex you couldn't solicit it. Okay, you couldn't go out, pay for it. You couldn't go out and
as long
hit
as
on a girl.
As long as you run into it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's got to happen to you. And you know that is so rare in a normal man's life.
Yeah.
That you just run into pussy. That you should be able to do it when it happens to you. But you're not allowed to.
Yeah.
It's against the rules.
It's against our rules.
It's horseshit, though. It really is horseshit because it's such odd. I always say that. Like, why would you be more... I say to my wife all the time, would you be more jealous if I had sex with one woman behind your back or 6 women at the same time behind your back? Right? And obviously, the worst crime is having sex with one woman.
I'd say they probably... Every woman's going to say the one woman.
The one woman's worse because you could be have a relationship.
Yeah, you have feelings.
Yeah. 6 women... You can't have that much of a problem. You can't even blame me for that one. Right? Come on. The story alone is going to be so good.
Yeah, but how do you run? You just talk about running into it. If you're running into 6 at once, fuck me, you're a god.
No. You don't have to be that special to run into 6 at once. You just got to run into 6 drunk whores.
Yeah.
Right? And then they're the ones that they're looking for anyone. You're not special, you know? You're just looking, they're just like, hey, we need a cock. This guy will do. And then by the time they derobe you or whatever, they're like, holy Christ, we hit the jackpot. We got beaver, you know? Yeah,
they need 6 of us.
Yeah, they need all of us. We're going to have to take turns on this thing and get through the night.
Pass them around. Like a fucking cattle.
That's what I mean. 6 is one of those things. Is you're not really a god, but you have hit the lottery. I think you've just stumbled upon.
Now that you say, I'm
the
probably
luck
going to dream
upon
about that tonight.
There'd be
multiple
5 disappointed women for me.
Yeah, this is what. How many did we say?
You know what? I like your attitude though, because you would. But for one, it'd be a fucking great night. No.
I hope so.
There you go. I like your attitude.
This is what I would do.
One's going to win.
I would want to be as involved as I could in all of the girls that were there. So how many girls are there? 6. Okay, so one of them I'm definitely going to have my penis into because that's kind of the point.
Yeah, but
right?
with that many, it's going to be an afterthought because you're going to be so concentrated on the rest.
No. I'm concentrating on the dick in the pussy first.
Oh.
That's my job. Find one that I like the best, and then I'm going to put my penis in her. Then I'm going to make the other 2 girls probably saddle up beside her with their asses in the air, and then I'm just going to double just finger bang them, right, with their asses in the air, right, while I'm banging. And then I'm going to somehow rig it up that I'm eating pussy somehow. So that other girl,
Gonna sit in your face.
she's gonna have to sit on my face somehow.
Okay, so
you're
at
into it.
4.
So now I'm at 4. All I got left are toes. Wait, what can I do? I'm gonna have to stick these fucking feet in a couple of girls.
Good
here.
old male foot job or something.
I think I might tell those 2 girls maybe get some waters for the other ones, for the better looking ones.
You're gonna tell him to hit the bench?
I don't know if I can do all 6.
Come on
I
the
have
next
nothing else
shift.
to do. This is already pretty cool with what I got going on here. You guys are kind of spare. Maybe you know.
Going to the press box used to.
Yeah.
Do commentary.
Save yourself up for next game because I don't know what I got to do with you.
Yeah.
Unless I was sitting there. But I still want to be doing the action, so I don't want to be losing my feet. I need to be on my feet for
You're
this
gonna
one.
need quite the rhythm in this scenario. Like,
Oh, I
a
got
lot of things going on here.
It's
It's
like
a
it's like
fantasy
chewing gum.
scenario, right?
Yeah, it's like chewing gum and patting your head or whatever, or patting your head and rubbing your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what you have to. It's the same sort of business, but eventually you get it. And everyone is kind of like just saying, "Yeah, this is awkward. This is like I'm not feeling the rhythm. It's more like I'm just being like there's a like you're stabbing me while your hand's spasming, kind of thing, because there's no real rhythm. It's jerky.
But it's your fantasy. Your fantasy.
Robotic-y.
Yeah. But in my fantasy, all the girls would be really into that.
Why wouldn't they be?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Right.
All right, this is the show. This is it. That's how it ended this week, guys. We kind of went on longer than I thought. Holy shit! Yeah. So, anyways, guys, if you're still listening, then why? Get on with your life, man. But if you do like it that much, tell a friend and all that stuff, and maybe give us some feedback. You can do that by going to Instagram, Twitter, thedutchhall@gmail.com. Or live from the dutchhall@gmail.com. All that stuff. You know the sponsors by now. Until next week, we will see you, NT. See you next Thursday. Kill it.
Spend our weeks walking through all aspects of life differently. That it just makes fucking tonight easy.
That's right.
Every week. You know what I'm saying?